What's going on, guys? Don't have anyone in the channel yet, but I do have some people that are going to start joining. Um, but hey, just want to say, hey, welcome to my first stream. This is my first of many, and just kind of want to go over some of the things that are happening during the week. And one of the first things that I want to talk about is the stimulus checks that got approved. In one of my videos that I released about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was projecting that these $1,400 stimulus checks were going to hit during the first couple weeks of March, and right now some people are getting them direct deposited. If you don't have direct deposit set up, they are being mailed out. It may take a couple weeks, but just bear with the IRS. They are on top of it, and I kind of want to go ahead on how you can go check on the status on that. So let's see. On this website right here, it's the irs.gov. You can actually, if you click on this link, get my payment, you can check on the status of your $1,400 stimulus check. If you fill out the information, it should tell you when it's on the way. Just bear with the website. It is a little buggy at the moment. As you guys know, anything that the government runs is usually not at its peak performance. But the next thing that I want to go ahead and talk about is what's going on with the crypto market with coinmarketcap.com. On this website, if you're not familiar with it, you can use it to check the status of all the cryptocurrencies going on, what's the price, the movement that's happening, the market cap, the volume. You can actually get more in depth if you click on the coin, if you want to read the description, the websites, you name it. But as you guys know, Bitcoin hit $60,000 over the weekend and has been fluctuating between 54,000 and 60,000. One of the most important things I want to talk about is the $54,000 price point for Bitcoin and why this is so important. If you look at the market cap right here, it's currently at $1.1 trillion, and that's awesome, by the way. But around that $54,000 price point for Bitcoin, that's where it reached that $1 trillion. And I believe this is one of the new floors that Bitcoin has set. One of the human mentality for things is that when they've accepted that Bitcoin is money, and when Bitcoin drops down to that $54,000 price point, they believe it's cheap, and they start to buy it up because they know over time that this asset will appreciate over time. And based off what you guys clicked on, I believe this is going to hit up to $100,000 here within the next couple weeks. One of the other, I just want to talk about some of these other assets real quick. Ethereum, it's been kind of stalling out lately. It's been staying at that $1,800 price point. It did drop down earlier in the past couple weeks, but has gone back up. And a lot of this is due to the FUD and the negative news that's going on in the media with the slow transaction fees. I've been experiencing this myself. If you want to use the Ethereum network, it does cost $10, $20, $30 to send a transaction. And if you're not sending a lot of money, it's just not, to be honest, it's not worth it. And it's kind of frustrating, and it's discouraging for a lot of people because they don't understand why. And because of this, a lot of people have been switching to Cardano. And when I was first covering this a couple weeks ago, it was right around that 70, 80 cent price point. And people are trying to look into alternatives because these gas fees have gotten ridiculous. Let me just check the stream to make sure everything's good. I just want to check the... All right, I see. I got my brother here. He's in the chat. I got you, bro. All right, someone's got their stimulus. That's what I like to see. If you haven't checked the video that I released a couple weeks ago, I was talking about how to invest that stimulus. I still believe Bitcoin is an amazing investment. Even putting, and one of the first things I want to say, I am not a financial advisor, and I am not advising any financial advice, and this is just purely for entertainment purposes. But I do believe that investing in Bitcoin is an amazing opportunity, and I believe it's going to go to $100,000 here within the next couple months, and I wouldn't be surprised if it reaches all the way up to $200,000 here at the end of the year. I see that everyone is doing okay in the chat, so I'm going to flip it back to the topics that I was covering, but go ahead and talk about some things. I want to switch over to the chat from time to time. One of the most important things that I want to talk about, that I've been following the crypto market for many years, and was very discouraging for people that checked this website because in the top 10, a lot of these coins and projects were, I'll be honest, they were scam, and I personally don't believe in them, and it made people think of cryptocurrency in a negative way. And one of the great examples is Tether. It's been used and known for all types of bad things going on in China with money laundering and a lot of other things. XRP, I can go on and on about that, but let's just put it this way: this project basically just instantaneously printed all their coins instantly and just dispersed it. And if that doesn't sound like a scam to you, then I don't know what is. And then Bitcoin Cash, once again, I can go on and on this one on how it was a fork from Bitcoin and trying to imitate, and it's going down the downward spiral, and I'm good because a lot of good projects are starting to creep its way into the top 10, and it's going to give some new people and that are entering this market that try to, a lot of them want to click on the best ones. They're not necessarily wanting to invest in something that's extremely risky towards the bottom of the page, and a lot of these projects are doing great things. But let me go ahead and talk about one of these other things real quick. Let's see what we got here. So one of the things right now that on how we're going to get Bitcoin to potentially higher than 100,000 and even 500,000 is it's digital gold. And as you can see here, guys, gold is at a market cap of $11 trillion as we speak, and Bitcoin is at a market cap of $1.1 trillion. What I believe is happening now and is going to continue to happen is that a lot of the money that is currently in gold is going to start going into Bitcoin. And this is another important factor, is that people that used to invest into gold on an annual basis, instead of them investing into gold, I think they're going to be like, we have plenty of that. Let's go ahead and get some of this digital gold. So I really see this asset class going up even higher, and especially when it takes over Google, silver, Amazon, all these things are going to start incorporating it. And this is the asset that I've been hearing about that just swallows all the other assets and will, I believe, reach the number one rank of where gold is. But one of the other things I want to check on, let's go ahead and before I talk about this, let me go ahead and make sure everything's going on in the chat. Okay. So Michael got 350 on his stimulus. Oh man, that sucks. But hey, what can I say, huh? All right, let me go back. So one of the cool things that has just kind of came out, and you have an opportunity to see it from what's going on, is on this website called Rarible. So a lot of you people use Charmin toilet paper. They have just released their own NFTP. It is quite funny, and that's one thing I love about Charmin and some of these other brands. They join the hype train, and they do a lot of fun things that are going on in the market. But as you guys can tell on this website, they are auctioning off, I believe it's 5 of these NFTs, and they are one of one. And this is important because a lot of one-of-one editions will be very rare if this becomes a thing. So at this moment, this bid is currently at 1 Ethereum, so about $1,800. This one's about a third of that, so what was that, about $500 or so? But I think it's hilarious. I'm just gonna click on one of them just for giggles to see what you guys are seeing. Would you pay $1,800 for this? Let me know in the chat. I'm kind of curious. Would any of you guys pay $1,800 for this NFT? And what's even crazier is that this is being bid on. So I truly believe that this will probably sell close to over $10,000. I know you guys think I'm crazy, but if you want to watch what happens, just keep watching. So let's go ahead and back on out. So a lot of things that people cover is that coin market cap that goes on in the cryptocurrency market, but I kind of want to talk about what's going on in the NFT market. And I'm new to this. A lot of you guys are new to this. One of the reputable websites that I'm currently using and that a lot of reputable artists are using is niftygateway.com. And I'm on their stats page, and basically I'm just going to go over some of the most hyped pieces that's going on in the NFT space. I'll just kind of talk about some of the artists. So the number one piece is this Bitcoin Angel. This Trevor Jones is one of the first artist that joined the crypto, I would say blockchain art space, and he's been getting a lot of hype. When this came out, it was for $777, and it was an open edition. So for about 7 minutes, you could have bought it, and once it closed out, about 4,100 were sold. This guy made, at this moment, over $6 million from this piece, and I think this is fascinating. At the current price, it's being sold for $4,200, so you can see how much that has appreciated. One of the things I just want to talk about is what's going on. Oh, can't see me on the screen. All right. All right, sorry about that. I'm glad that someone just texted me saying they couldn't see the screen. So let me go back and briefly talk about this. It's all right. We'll get this down. So let me talk about this NFTP real quick. So let me go back. So on this website, on Rarible.com, Sharman has released this NFTP, and as you guys can see, a couple of these are going for over 1 Ethereum. And let me guys know in the chat, would any of you guys pay over $1,800 for this NFT? It's a 1-for-1 edition, so you'd be the only one to ever own it forever, and it'll be on the blockchain. And since I just talked about it, it's actually already at over 1 Ethereum. Is basically bidding at 2,000. So like I was saying, wouldn't be surprised if this reaches over that 2K price point. So let me go ahead and back out here. So as I was talking about this Bitcoin Angel, this guy has made over $6.4 million on this piece, and it's being sold currently for $4,200. Another big artist that you might have been hearing about is Mad Dog Jones. The big popular video game Cyberpunk 2077, he did a lot of the artwork in it. And, I'll kind of click on some of this to give you guys an idea of what exactly is going on in this NFT space. So it originally, when it was released, it was for $2,500. Same thing, it was an open edition. It had basically that 7-minute price point where anyone could have purchased it for $2,500, and 909 editions were minted. If you're trying to currently acquire this, it's about $11,000, and I'll just kind of show you exactly what people have been purchasing, and I think it's pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think. So that piece right there is they released this one and this one in a pack, and like I said, it's getting a lot of hype. And what's going on with this NFT space, I wouldn't be surprised if this piece itself, and this is just my opinion, is worth over 30,000-40,000 within the next couple months if the NFT market continues to go in its same trajectory. But let me go ahead and check the chat and everything to make sure everything is good to go. All right, so everything's good to go. And yeah, that Grimes piece that Farrah was mentioning, she did recently released one. I'll just briefly touch on it because this one got a lot of hype because of who she is, and it's sold a lot. And you can clearly tell, and this is actually something that I can show you guys. When sometimes a piece gets overhyped, it oversold, and this was an expensive piece. I think it was, let's double check. It cost roughly about, let me see if I can find the right one. Yeah, I think it was a little over 8,000, but let me double check. And that's another thing too, guys, with this whole NFT space, not every piece of art sells for more money than it is. And this is a prime example. So when it first came out, a bunch of people know who Grimes is. She's Elon Musk's girlfriend, and she recently had a baby. And as you guys can tell, there's probably influence in this artwork. It's actually pretty cool. Let me click on it for you guys so you can actually appreciate it. But you guys get the point on that. But yeah, basically, a lot of people were speculating that that was going to sell for more money, and a lot of people are currently getting burned because it's not selling for what they thought. Let me see if I could previously pull that back up. Oop. All right, let me continue where I left off. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit all over the place. Yeah. But one of the other things I kind of want to talk where I left off, yeah, with that whole grinds piece, it came out at $7,500. It's currently being sold for a little under five, and like I said, don't think that you could just buy any of these pieces and think you can instantly flip it and make money, because that is not the case. But I want to kind of go over what's going on in this CryptoPunk market. As you guys know, one just recently did just sell for over $7 million. And what really started all this was this punk in January 23rd. When this one sold for over $700,000, it just created this huge wave of people. As you could tell, if you just look at the dates of all these top sales, they're all very recent. They weren't last year. They're all actually within this month or the previous month. And this is really what started it. Is he bought this alien for $700,000. In hindsight, he got a deal on that. That same alien would be probably worth over $8 million for him to purchase it. So everyone's really laughing at themselves right now. So it's crazy what's going on in the crypto market, and I'm excited. I am excited. So I'll be honest, I am not quite familiar on how to make an NFT. I might have to make a video on that. And I was watching a video, and it's tricky, but it's not extremely complicated. But there was another thing that I kind of wanted to talk about. Let me see if I can pull it up here. And just bear with me, guys. So this is one of the last subjects that I kind of want to briefly touch on. Recently, with what's happening, is the Nike vice president reseller's son was reported for abusing discounts, and the company did nothing. And their son has recently been gaining a lot of publicity in the media, and basically with everything going on, Nike had to let her go. And if this doesn't smell like something fishy, then man, I don't know what does. And a lot of people that are in the sneaker community are extremely disappointed, and they're looking for answers, because in 2021 it seems like the shoes that this guy's holding up right now, it's impossible to get your hands on them when they release on Sneaker App. But how does he have hundreds of pairs, And it's no coincidence that these guys use sneaker bots, where they have a bunch of bots impersonating other people, thousands if not millions, to increase their chances. Another common one is backdooring, where they go to some of these companies directly and purchase to them a little bit overpriced to get a quick buck. And I think people in the sneaker industry are looking for a makeover. And I believe everything that's going on in the blockchain and with this NFT, I'm not 100% sure what the answer is, but I know there is one. And because of it, I believe this is going to increase the value of these shoes. I mean, look at this. He's got all these Jordans over here. I mean, God, how does he collect all these things? It's insane. And this guy's making over hundreds of thousands of dollars by buying shoes that you can't get and then reselling it. It's absolutely absurd. I mean, look at this. These guys are holding these really rare Jordans. Which ones were these? Yeah, these were the Nike Air One Jordans, the trophy room edition, and these resellers were able to get their hands on it. And these things on the market, I don't know if you guys know, they sell for over $2,500. And look at them, they're just smiling and cheesing. I don't even want to say what I want to, but I believe if someone finds a way to implement blockchain technology and not allow these people to get such easy access to them when they release, these shoes, I believe, are going to become more rare than they are, because you won't have someone like him having access to thousands of them and reselling it. The fans that actually want the shoe, that's the best part about this, is that the fans that actually want the shoe and have no desire to sell them is what's going to increase the value of this. It's not these guys that buy these things with the sole purpose of flipping them, and it kind of sucks. But yeah, I kind of want to, I guess, end the segment with there and kind of talk with you guys in the chat and see what you guys might have anything to say and whatnot. So one of the things I kind of want to talk about with diversing this stimulus, if you're trying to invest it, is try to purchase an NFT. Another website, because I know the Nifty Gateway website can be a little bit expensive on some of these NFTs. But one of the cool things I kind of want to show you on the Nifty Gateway website is on some of these drops, they actually do a drawing. So this artist, Justin Rowland, he's the guy that made Rick and Morty. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who that is. So yeah, he's the co-creator of Adult Swim's Rick and Morty and the Hulu Solar Opposites. You guys should check out this show. It's actually pretty funny. Pretty funny. But on some of these editions, like I said, I know most of these things on the Nifty Gate website are hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, but some of these artists do editions where, great example right here is this Pocket Buddies. For $11, you can have a chance at owning this, and yeah, your chances of getting it are slim, but there is that chance. So, great example. A little over 20,000 people entered this. So as you can tell, yeah, it is less than 1% chance, but one of the coolest things right now is that might be slim to nothing, but what's going to happen here soon is that you only had 20,000 enter. Here in the next couple months, and like I said, I'm going to be covering these markets for a while, you're going to see that number add another 0. So what is your chances of winning an edition of 41 out of 200,000 people that enter to try to win this? That's slim to nothing. Let's imagine what could happen to the value of that. Now let's say this market keeps exploding and we add another 0. Over 2 million people enter to win this $11 edition. This thing could easily be worth over thousands of dollars. And if you think I'm just making these numbers up, let's go ahead and click on it and see what it's going for on the resale market. So let's go ahead and back out. And like I said, I try to, show you guys, instead of just talking about things, actually show you what is going on. Let me see if I can pull it up. So Pocket Buddies. And what I'm doing is I'm just trying to show you guys what is currently going on. So, like I said, I try not to just make things up off the top of my head. So it was at $11, and because it was a very hard piece to acquire, people are reselling it as we speak for over $3,000. So if you gain anything from this video, I gave you a chance to enter in a lottery and resell things for money, even though I'm not the biggest fan of that, but that is part of the market. But if you have what I like to call like strong hands, if you hold on to some of these NFTs, I could see this edition being worth $10,000 in a couple months, and who knows down the market. But like I said, this is one thing I just kind of want to show you on how things can be valued, especially when it's more rare. And last one before I end it, I think it's hilarious and it's a great way to end the segment, is this 1-for-1 edition. As you can tell, anything 1-for-1 is extremely expensive. And if you look closely on this, in the artwork, the guy's got a little pee stain on his little undies. Pretty funny. Alright, well, let me go ahead and go back to the stream. Oh man, my bad. I forgot to switch over. Alright, I gotta do better on that. Let me just show you that last NFT before I go. And then I'm gonna have to do better on the stream. But yes, on this last one, it's a 1-for-1 edition. As you can tell, it's very rare, and I'll have to double check on the price, but I know it's being sold for over $100,000. But it's called Life Lecture by the creator of Rick and Morty. And he's speaking some alien gibberish, and he's wearing some white undies, and he's got a little pee stain right there. Alright guys, well I'm going to end it there. Sorry about the not switching the scenes correctly. I'll have to do better on that in the next one. But yeah, I plan to do a stream every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm going to try to stick to that schedule. And if you didn't get a chance to watch the live stream, that's okay. Leave a comment. If you might even learn some things from the people's chat. And if there's any things you would like for me to cover in the next stream, let me know. I'm going to be covering some of these same topics. I'm going to be covering NFTs as we go along, because little do you guys know, this is going to be a part of everyone's life, and it's huge. It's going to be it's mind-boggling. But all right, guys, let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any advice on things, like I said, sorry about switching the segments. This was my first stream. Just let me know. And if you like this, go ahead and subscribe and like the video.